Hey, welcome to Learn Xiangqi. I'm David, the Xiangqi coach with all the tips and tricks you need to dominate the board. In this video, I'm going to help you to avoid the tempo eater mistake that would reduce your development efficiency and lead you to positional disadvantage. Let's start with the example of the mirror cannon. In the last video, we talked about how red shouldn't take the central soldier because it would lead to positional disadvantage. Red moves up the advisor to block, red develops the horse, black develops the horse, and the horse is attacking the cannon. Now the cannon must escape. And here, we would say that red loses a tempo. A tempo is like the value of a move, and investing a tempo in a move that doesn't improve your situation is a waste of it. When your opponent makes a move that not only developing his piece, but also forcing you to wasting a tempo to save your piece, you lose a tempo in this way. This tempo disadvantage can lead to poor development of your pieces in the later game. So in this situation, in this example, when black moves up the horse in this turn, besides the development for the horse, it is also an attack on the central cannon. This cannon escape is not a move that improves the situation. So, black gains a tempo, while red develops none. By gaining this tempo, black can successfully develop the chariot earlier than red. In this case, red stays behind in development because he made a classic tempo eater mistake, which is sending a valuable piece to positions that could be easily attacked and then losing tempo because he needs to spend moves to save this piece. This mistake is actually quite similar to developing the queen and rooks too early in chess. Another classic tempo eater mistake is ignoring tempo value in an exchange. When chess players calculate for an exchange in Xiangqi, they usually have the piece value in mind, but sometimes miss the tempo value. For example, some conservative players might invite a bottom rank to bottom rank exchange of two chariots, which seems fair in terms of piece value, but is actually bad for red. In this exchange, black loses a chariot with two infested tempos on it. Red loses a chariot with one infested tempo and loses the other two tempos on the horse because it moved back to the original position after two tempos have spent on it. As in this exchange, red lost one more tempo. After black develops the horse in this move, while black has already developed 3 strong pieces, red has only developed one. This puts red at a positional disadvantage. Redundant move is another common tempo eater mistake. For example, if red develops the horse here, black moves up the soldier to develop the horse. If red moves the cannon from c2 to c3 to attack, black can threaten the red central cannon by moving up its cannon from h2 to f2 here. Red cannon cannot take it because it's pinned. If red decides to move the c3 cannon to c5 to protect the f5 cannon, it loses a tempo here because this c5 cannon spent 2 moves to move to a position that could move by 1 move from c2. To avoid losing tempo in this position, red should move the cannon directly from c2 to c5 at the beginning, instead of making these redundant moves. Additionally, unlike in chess, the importance of a Xiangqi tempo often surpasses the value of a single point of piece value in the opening phase. Therefore, players may choose to forego capturing a free soldier if there are more pressing tasks at hand. For example, in the soldier's opening, after red moves up their soldier, black may move their cannon to h3, and then red moves their horse to c1. At this point, Even though there is a free soldier available for black's cannon to capture, it is recommended to prioritize piece development instead. This could involve developing the horse, another cannon, or even moving up the G7 soldier to prepare for the J8 horse future development. It is important to avoid making the mistake of capturing a free soldier when a better use of the move, usually the development of strong pieces, is available. Lastly, you may know that the cannon is generally considered stronger than the horse in the opening, given that it gains more moves with additional pieces on the board, while the horse is more likely to become blocked when there are more pieces. In terms of piece value, in the opening, the cannon is typically rated at 4.5 points, while the horse is rated at 4 points. Beginners may often attempt to exchange their horse for the opponent's central cannon in the opening, as it appears to be beneficial in terms of piece value. However, it takes 4 moves for the horse to reach to the central cannon position, while the black cannon only needs 1 move to get there. Therefore, while red gains 0.5 points of piece value in this exchange, it loses 3 tempos, which is a significant disadvantage considering that a single tempo is usually more valuable than 1 point of piece value in Chinese chess opening. So, in this position, it is generally advisable for the horse to remain in its position rather than initiating such a bad trade. To summarize, by avoiding these common mistakes and being aware of the value of tempo, you can improve your development efficiency and avoid positional disadvantage in Xiangqi. Remember, tempo is like the value of a move, and it is important to invest your moves wisely so you can gain advantage over your opponent. That's it for this tutorial on avoiding tempo eater mistakes in Xiangqi. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Xiangqi tips and tricks. Thanks for watching. In the next video, you will learn some cannon tactical opportunities that chess players often miss when they play Xiangqi. So, stay tuned. I will see you soon.